Vote for me too, guys. Thanks a lot. So would you vote for a socialist to be president? Unbelievably, it turns out a lot of Americans say they would. More fallout from Hillary Clinton's email server and the company that controlled it after she was Secretary of State. And the FBI now investigating the hack at Ashley Madison. So do cheaters have a legal case against that site? Hi, everyone. I'm Gretchen Carlson. The real story starts right now. Let's start with this new twist in the Hillary Clinton email controversy. The State Department now revealing that Blackberry devices used by two of her closest aides were likely destroyed. And Secretary of State Clinton was never given any government-issued device, raising tons of national security questions. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge has all the breaking details for us on a court hearing underway this afternoon seeking to uncover more information. What's that all about?
Well, thank you, Gretchen, and good afternoon. The status hearing at the federal court here in Washington, D.C. at this hour brings together lawyers from Judicial Watch who are suing for Clinton's Benghazi records, as well as State Department lawyers who wanted an extra week to deal with the issue of Mrs. Clinton's devices, as well as her aides Cheryl Mills and Huma Abedin. But the judge only pushed the meeting back an hour.
My interpretation of the judge's ruling is that, frankly, he's fed up, that he's been stonewalled by the State Department, that they have refused to answer very specific questions that he's asked, and it's an astounding demonstration of contempt.
And buried in this recent court filing is the admission by the State Department that Mrs. Clinton did not use a government-issued device that was certified as safe to handle sensitive or classified information. And as you mentioned, that the Blackberries used by aides Huma Abedin and Cheryl Mills were likely destroyed. And this takes really the risk to the national security data, Gretchen, to an entirely new level.
Okay, so what is the State Department saying about her devices?
Well, Fox News was first to confirm in March of this year that Mrs. Clinton used an iPad that was not certified as secure against the instructions of State Department IT specialists. And the campaign so far has been silent on this issue. Fox put the question to the State Department earlier this week.
Have all of Secretary Clinton's and her associates' devices that were tied to the email server been certified as secured by the State Department?
I'm not aware of any such certification on that, and I would refer you to former Secretary Clinton and her staff.
So the bottom line is that if the iPad's geolocating and backup functions were not disabled, the data was vulnerable to a universe of hackers, including those that are state-sponsored, such as China, Russia, and Iran, raising the likelihood that foreign entities had real-time access to this classified data, and this would likely qualify as a violation of what's called 18 U.S. Code 793F. This is the gross negligence in the handling of national security data. And as a final point, on that U.S. code, it does not have to be classified information, simply more broadly anything to do with the nation's security. So the Clinton campaign's explanation that none of this was marked classified won't even pass the threshold with this statute, Gretchen.
That is so fascinating. A very interesting development. Catherine Herridge, thank you.